Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Bumper here, back today with another video. Okay, so today we're back with a new episode of the 39. Okay, so if you didn't know, the 39 is a series me and my man Trevor doing over at Double Bill Movies, where we're going through the 39 category A video nasties. Okay, we're quite some way through now, and today I'm really glad this one fell on my video, to be honest, because yeah, this movie is a mad one. So anybody who's familiar with the video nasty evil will tell you that there's two movies really that people hold in the highest esteem for being the most sleaziest, trashiest, vile pieces of nasty movies. And those two are Cannibal Holocaust, which I've got to agree with because there's lots of real animal cruelty in there. And you know, that is a bit hardcore, really. There's nothing like that in this movie, but it certainly makes up for it with loads of other mad stuff going on. So the one I'm talking about, obviously, is 1968 Miyazaki's I Spit on Your Grave. Okay, so starring Camille Keaton. This is the number one genre starting rape revenge movie of them all. Okay, so like I said, this one and Cannibal Holocaust are probably seen as the two worst of the video nasties. This one I think is worse though, because like I said, even though there's real animal cruelty in Cannibal Holocaust, it doesn't quite bother me as much as you know, all the stuff that goes on in this movie. Okay, so just a quick outlay then. So made in 1978, stars Camille Keaton and directed by Miyazaki. Okay, Camille Keaton, she's not a big, huge name really. She's kind of like a sort of actress you would see play maybe in the Emmanuel films and things. She did some work in Italy. You can get a Vinegar Syndrome box set. Camille, I can't, it's a tough one to say when you say it too many times. Camille Keaton in Italy. I hear it's not very good, but if it's your sort of thing, then check it out. So this is a lovely addition from Ronin Flicks. My man Trev got this one as well. He may have the limited one that's sold out that comes with the sequel as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is amazing. Got a lovely slipcover. And anyone will tell you this. This is one of the best 4K transfers there's ever been. This film gone over, looking as amazing as it does, I gotta be fair. I don't know if that helps it or makes it worse, really. I'm not sure. Probably helps it a little bit. But anyway, so that's from Ronin Flicks. You can still get it. It's not sold out. I think they got it over at Film Treasures. That's where I grabbed mine from. So yeah, definitely worth buying if you're a physical media collector and you're into your monumental horror films, your game changers. I Spit on Your Grave. All right then. So Trev's got his note here then. So we'll start off with his overview. Trev says, I have to start with how surreal watching a video nasty in 4K is. So yeah, straight away, the first thing that jumps out at Trev, same as everybody else when you watch this, is the 4K. Like, it just looks amazing, honestly, it's just mad. You suddenly realise you're watching a film that people have painstakingly crafted, shot, edited, and attained distribution for. It stops being just a crusty film that has a tumultuous past and looks like it could have been in line for the Oscars, if not for the subject matter. So yeah, it looks glorious. There's no getting away from that. So we tuck straight into the questions then. Did it feel like watching a video nasty? So Trev's saying yes and no. When I first watched this film, the UK cut version, its crusty look and the film itself definitely gave it the video nasty vibe. This second time viewing in stunning 4K just made it feel more like a brutal film. I've got some notes as well because I wanted to do this movie justice, because this is probably, well, I won't say yet till the end, but you know, I do like this film, trust me. So yeah, so with Trev's overview, with the subject matter and stuff, early on, you know, Camille Keaton, she doesn't waste no time really. Like, as soon as she gets there, she's got her boobs out. So there's that. Like, if you're there for the titillation, you get it straight from the beginning. And I got that is a good setup as well. You know, the way the boys are acting, like, they don't come across at first so they're going to do anything like that to her. They're having a bit of banter, but they seem all right. Even like when he putting the gas in a car at the start. Like in some horror films, they always give the guy a bit of a creepy kind of exterior, like, or like he might give an evil look as they drive off. But there's nothing with these boys. Like, they do just seem pretty normal. So yeah, so that, I thought that was pretty good about the film. But I'll go back to Trev's questions. Should it be a video nasty? 100% yes. This 4K is pretty much how it would have looked in the cinema when first released. But on low quality VHS, it would feel even more horrific, and what happens in it ticks the box on every video nasty hit list. So yeah, it should definitely be a video nasty. I can imagine the people watching this, the censors back in the day, I mean, they said they were crying when they watched the New York Ripper, so I'd hate to think what they were like with this one. And I'll give you some stuff here now, why this movie is messed up like, okay? So when it does all turn a bit nasty with the boys, like, and they rape her, the first time is outside, or the second time it happens, they're still outside, and the guy's got her over a rock, and he just donkey punches her, and oh my god, it's just horrific, because the camera shoots to her eyes, and she's got her black hair over her face, and then you can see her eyes through it, and if it was black and white, it would look like something off of Japanese horror. Oh, it's just really effective, like, and it's just horrible, and then the camera pans out then after they've raped her for the second time, and if you look like this, like all blood coming out of her vaginal, oh, it's just gross, like, you know, to me, way worse than watching Mia Cat get set on fire. But yeah, so there's that. And then we say, should modern horror fans check it out? Definitely they should. The modern films of this type are tamer than films of this age. So yeah, if you watch the new I Spit on Your Graves, they're good, but you know, they're just based around like good kill set pieces, a bit like a Saw movie. You do have to watch the rape at the start, but like you're rewarded with this sort of over the top CGI gore fest. It feels satisfying, I suppose, if that's what you're looking for. I prefer the trashy kind of revenge in this, where it's not quite so over the top. Obviously, it makes it feel a bit more realistic. But yeah, we'll get on to that in a minute. So I'll read out Trev's summary, and I'll go back to some of my notes then. So, summary. The story sets out as any other idyllic summer story, but soon starts to go downhill when two of the four lads our female lead meets at the beginning start to torment her with a speedboat, while she's bathing and trying to ride her boat. So yeah, like I was saying, it all starts off innocent. You don't really think these boys are capable of doing what they're doing, and then the first time it kind of goes out of control is she's sunbathing in like a wooden boat, or like a big canoe type thing, and they start spinning donuts on a speedboat around them. Again, it still seems pretty harmless. You don't really think much is going to happen, but then you know, she falls out of the boat, it all gets a bit messy, like, and yeah, it goes from there. So Trev goes on to say she is then forced to run from them, but is soon trapped by the gang leader. This is when things get nasty. Okay, so the gang leader, yeah, he's a bit like a David Hess type character, a bit more, well, not a bit more than a slime ball. They're all slime balls, but he's got that sort of greased back black hair. Like, he may as well be chewing on a cocktail stick, do you know what I mean? Like, and his fag pack under his bloody t-shirt. Yeah, so he says, the end of the first act sets up nicely for the final act. So, if I remember right, I only watched it the other day, and I watch it quite often, so she gets raped twice, and then she makes it back to the cabin. Then there's a wicked jump scare. I won't spoil it for you, but gets me every time when she's crawling across the mat and the phone's ringing. And then it says, so on Trev's end. So after the second act is a somber reflection on what we've just been through. The movie is fast-paced. It don't take long to settle down at all, really. I got to be honest, but there is some moments of relief, I suppose. But it soon goes tits up again. And then Trev says, when the third act gets going, things ramp up and viewers start to feel relief as she takes her vengeance out on the four men who weeks early had horrifically abused her. So yeah, it's nothing like in the remake and all, like where she's bloody, like a bloody modern day Rambo and all that. Like, you know, this woman, you know, they they left her for dead. It's hilarious, man, because they're going to escape on a boat after they've all had their wicked way with her. And then they decide to go back and kill her. And one of the guys, like out of the four, obviously you probably know this anyway, but he's got a bit mental health issues, like, and they're making him go back and kill her. They give him this pen knife, and he's like, I don't want to do it. And they're like, no, you got to do it. And he says this line, it's a bit gross when you think about it, but he says, I didn't even come, and I got to go kill her. I just wet myself every time. But anyway, he don't have the balls to go through with it, like, and he leaves her there. But, you know, she's battered and bruised, but, you know, she does get herself back on her feet then. The thing is, these men, they're so, what's the word, like, so conceited and up themselves, like, they even know it's her, like, when they come back to kill her, she's not, like, ninja style in it, or, you know, pretending to be someone else, like, you know what I mean? So go on then to say there's even a scene with the gang leader, who we learn has a wife and two children. Yeah, she goes spying on them and drops the bombshell before she messes him up. He almost justifies the mean's actions by blaming her seductive nature at the beginning of the film. For a moment, it almost seems to work. So yeah, she kind of like pretends like, oh yeah, it was my fault, you know, I had my tits out and whatever, And they're having a little chat in the woods. She's like getting him on side, and she's like, let me go and run you a hot bath. And that's just one of the best scenes in the film. Then, like, she got him in the bath, like she's pretending to play with his old boy, and she just cuts it open, like, and he gets up and there's just blood everywhere. Oh, it's just rank. I love it. I got that on my notes as well about the the bathroom scene. There's some heavy beatings I put on here as well. The one guy, like, he like takes it over the top, like he must really hate women. He's a bit quiet at first, but like when it's his turn to have a go, he's just like just beating her instead, like, and like trying to shove his old boy in her gob and whatever, like. So yeah, that's a bit heavy. And then he says about the bathroom scene, yeah. So Trev's last bit then, these days, women should be able to dress how they please without being looked upon like a bit of skirt. And it shouldn't be their choice when and if they allow men within their boundaries. It should have been the same back then too. I know what Trev's saying, like, you know, you wouldn't do it this day and age and you shouldn't have done it that day and age, but I don't think you can blame the woman really just because she's like got to knock us out, that she deserves the treatment she gets dealt to her, like maybe a little bit of wolf whistling and a bit of flirting, like, or something, but when she says piss off, that should be the end of it really. But anyway, so that's I Spit on Your Grave. So just to talk about the sequels, like we said, so this came out in 1978. I'm not sure about you know, when it was first released then, cut or uncut in the UK, but it spawned 3 sequels that the first one was a remake, and then they did 2 sequels after that, so they're not really related to that. They got their own universe. They're all right. The first one's all right. The second one's not that great, and the third one's a bit ludicrous. I think it's the third one anyway, where the girl gets kidnapped in New York and wakes up in fucking Belgrade or somewhere. But anyway, so you can get those 3 sequels. They're all right to watch if you want a bit of fun. but the one people don't always know about is Miyazaki made a direct sequel to I Spit on Your Grave. It's called Deja Vu. It came out like in 2015 or something. I don't know. I think it might be a bit later than that. Now, the film is supposed to be awful, but it's got Camille Keaton back in it. And this revenge, I think, where Trev said about that family with the wife and the kids, I think they go after Camille Keaton, or she comes back for some reason. And I'm not sure about the timelines on it. I gotta be honest, I haven't watched it because I couldn't get the other limited edition set. I only got that one, so it's on my list to get. So anyway, there is that one, Deja Vu, and there's another film as well. It's called Savage. I think it's called Savage Blood or Savage something. You can Google it. It's from the early 90s anyway, and another director tried to remake I Spit on Your Grave, but it's not called I Spit on Your Grave, but it's got Camille Keaton in it again, and it's basically the same setup. Again, I haven't seen it because it's hard to get. But if you do get a chance to see it, or you want to check out all these films like that relate to it, then that is one. It's pretty hard to get, but like I said, Google it. It'll be on IMDb. I think it's 1994. Savage Love, it might be called. So yeah, so that's worth checking out. So anyway, so on to our scores now then. Trev's gave I Spit on Your Grave 8 out of 10. And what I was saying earlier, I didn't want to give it away, but this is my favourite video nasty of them all. To me, it's the most nastiest and is my favourite. So I'm always going to give this movie 10 out of 10. So thanks for watching. I've been Bumper. We'll be back next time on Trev's channel with Island of Death, a movie I haven't seen. So it'll be a first time watch for me. All right then, so we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.